All right. Checklist. We're looking at. What are we doing? Okay, so we're gonna do this, 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 that. Fingers crossed. Here's the moment of truth. Oh, brakes. Oh yeah, I will, Greg. Definitely. All right. Yeah, like maybe there was some sort of an error in there, but it didn't crash the sim, but yet it was still just weird. Sir Mayor, was that just a one-time thing, or is it always the problem for you now? Alright, so let's have a look at this. And Fulton Tower 121.8 is ground. What was that 119.1? This tower. Good. And let's see, we might be talking to
5 Bravo Mike flighting 030.
Joe's on the freaks. SoCal approach around here is on 121.3, so we'll put that in for now.
Contact Ontario Tower 120.6. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, 5652. Contact Los Angeles Center 133.55.
Ontario Tower, Baron 303 Echo Uniform with you at 3100.
Oh, that's a strange thing.
Uniform Ontario Tower, right downwind, runway 26 left, and you are clear to land.
Roger, enter
hey,
right
Bonanza,
downwind,
dude.
Clear to land.
What made you had to reboot your computer? Like, what glitch made you have
Los
to do
Angeles
that?
Center Cross Palmdale, and maintain level 240.
Did you have the same thing I did? I couldn't grab the... In 10.5, I could not grab the ignition switch to start it. Well, what's good is, actually, I was thinking I have to create a video, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just going to cut that section of the video on the...
Venue ground, Charlie
on the VOD
and
get it over to them.
Good morning. I would like to request a
It was
VFR clearance
121.
to stay in the Charlie pattern with information Foxtrot.
Oh,
CFTSL, Van Nuys ground where you park.
oh, from Exterminator's experience.
Yeah, we're parking on the western ramp near runway 34 left.
CFTSL, roger, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
16 right by
They're usually
Alpha
pretty
Charlie for
responsive
CFTSL, thank you.
to bug reports, so if somehow it was missed,
Montgomery clearance number 281 Echo Charlie with
I wouldn't
5
hesitate
Burbank.
to file it again. Alright, so...
281 Echo Charlie, Montgomery clearance, clear to Burbank Airport.
5500.
On departure, flighting 270. Radar vectors Oceanside. And as filed. Maintain 3000, expect 6000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 7064.
Heading 270 radar vectors Oceanside and as found 36 after 5 departure 119.6 7064 281 Echo Charlie.
Sounds like Marcus.
Alright, 1 Echo Charlie, Rebecca. Just 3 Yankee Zulu, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
Fullerton Grand Bonanza 576 Tango Bravo would like to initiate flight following to Grand Canyon.
Bonanza 576 Tango Bravo, Fullerton Ground, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 1454.
Departure 128.1, squawk 1454, 576 Tango Bravo. Alright, so
6 Tango Bravo, read back right. Cessna 73
1454.
Yankee Zulu, SoCal approach, leaving Bravo airspace in 5 miles, cancel altitude restriction, resume own navigation. Burbank altimeter 29085.
Montgomery Ground, November 281 Echo Charlie's Bravo and Hotel with the weather radio taxi.
November 281 Echo Charlie, Montgomery Ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Alpha 28 right, 281 Echo Charlie.
Alright, my oil level's good on this airplane. I didn't check my oil level in this particular airplane. Yeah, we're in the heart of the green there. We're good. Alright, so let's just go ahead and pick up our ATIS.
Runway 24, in use.
ATIS.
Departing runway 24. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have Kilo.
Kilo.
Fullerton Uni information Kilo. 2053 Zulu.
Alright. And we're apparently at the southwest ramp, so this is what I chose. I'm thinking we're like maybe down in here. We could just verify that, right? There's a tower in front of us, and we're
Montgomery
facing
Tower, good
east.
afternoon, November 281 Echo Charlie,
So
information
the
Foxtrot 2.
tower is here, and we're facing east. We must be like
Number
sandwiched
281 Echo
somewhere
Charlie,
here.
Montgomery Tower. Runway 28 right, cliff takeoff, wind 2106.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, number 281 Echo Charlie, thank you.
You can't create the problem I'm having, Greg? Maybe after I restart my computer. But maybe it's one of those stupid 4K problems. Fullerton Ground, Bonanza 576, Tango Bravo, information Kilo on the southwest ramp, ready for taxi.
576 Tango Bravo, Fullerton Ground, runway 24. Taxi via Alpha.
Runway 24 via Alpha 576 Tango Bravo. Okay, rolling with the brake check. Good. Check out the windsock. It's sort of moving around. It looks like a big elephant snout. Elephant trunk. Snuffleupagus on a pole. I gotta get John Fly and to go. He doesn't fly full screen. He flies windowed. Now, Greg, you're not 4K, but you tried it full screen.
Caravan 1 Echo Charlie, contact
Curious.
departure.
Or departure, 1 Echo Charlie, good day.
Alright, 281 Echo Charlie, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain 6000.
kidding. Okay. And your menu system works okay? Everything? Alright, let's lock that. Is there anybody behind us? No, we're okay. Alright. So let's have a look at, after we depart, what might we want to do if possible. So we're departing on 2-4. And we want to make sure that
it's ready for departure on 16 right, then Meade.
we are semi-turned around.
CFTSL.
I'm going to ask for a left downwind departure.
16 right, clip takeoff, right close traffic approved, report me the field downwind each time, wind 130 at 9er.
Alright, cleared for departure runway 16 right, and we're right-hand traffic, and we'll report midfield. Charlie Fox, take us Sierra Lima.
And CFTSL's aircraft type.
We're Cessna 182.
And if we get left downwind departure,
Ontario
we're good up
Tower,
to 6,000.
Baron 3003 Echo Uniform.
The shelf area of the Bravo starts at 6,000. So that should be a
One,
problem.
Charlie,
And then we're going to try and stay north of this road.
Going
5 Bravo Mike, flighting 100,
That way we stay out of the Charlie airspace, because I anticipate that we will probably still be below 4,400 by the time we reach this. Maybe not.
Via Sierra, monitor ground, have a good day.
Once we're at 5,500, we can go back on the other side. Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so switch over to Dow.
Gear 5 Bravo Mike, 3 miles from
Results
Snake,
looking
planning
fine.
170, maintain 3,000 until established localized clear dollars, 0.20 at approach.
Just give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta have my cell phone next to me in case if I have to answer it later.
Gear 5 Bravo Mike, contact tower at Lemon, 126.8, sit. Number 111, correction, number 118, Lima Whiskey, Los Angeles Center, squawk 6150, ident.
Fullerton Tower, Bonanza 576 Tango Bravo. Short of 24, ready for departure, requesting left downwind.
Bonanza 576 Tango Bravo, Fullerton Tower, left downwind departure, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, left downwind departure, 576 Tango Bravo, thanks. Alright, I actually remembered my lights. I just realized it on my altimeter set, but...
Air 118, Lima Whiskey, ready to contact, 200 miles northwest of Paso Robles VOR. Maintain flight level 310.
Got a little bit of a crosswind on the takeoff there. Rotated 70 knots. Right, no worries. The runway gear's coming up.
Falcon 8, Lima Whiskey, clear direct Avenal, Fernando 6 runway.
I don't like my mixture setting.
United 5652, contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.
I think that's the highway we're going to try and stay north of. Yep. Through 500 feet.
United 5652, Los Angeles Center, cross Aaron. at maintain 15,000. The Ontario altimeter 2985. 2985.
Downwind Tower, November 515, Bravo Mike, inbound runway 20 right.
Everything whiskey. You can only follow the, well, I don't, Fernando doesn't have any altitude you could follow, but the, if it did, it would require descent via those two words, the verbatim.
Flight SATEC. Mr. SATEC, what's up, man?
Charlie Boston, this really nice field runway 16 right.
Everything whiskey, roger. That's affirmative. Those expect altitudes cannot be descended via. Those are just.
Alright, so there's Fullerton down there.
Planning purposes.
Goodbye. And,
No problem. Air 576 Bravo, contact departure.
contact departure, 576 Tango Bravo.
Jet Bravo 5 Bravo, Mike, going tower, runway 20 right, clear to land. Wind at 2405.
Clear to land, 20 right, 5 Bravo.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood out here. SoCal departure, that's 576 Tango Bravo, 2,200 for 5,500.
That's 576 Tango Bravo, SoCal departure, ready to contact.
So let's do this. We'll, sort of put our heading in there for now.
Falcon 8, Lima Whiskey, cross 50 miles northwest of Fillmore at maintain Bravo 240.
There's the road. SATEC, thanks for the host, dude. Thank you. Speed's a little low.
Contact Joshua,
so
approach 126.1.
we basically taken off, flying along here, I hope. Yeah, my heading's 060, so that's got to be correct. And yeah, we're just going to follow this along and get the river following the road. Should be good to go. Let's double check it. Come back up a little bit.
So step 3 Zulu, Joshua approach, Palmdale, September 2993.
Alright, so we're gonna go that way.
CFTSL, 16 right, clear for the option.
SATEC, yes, that's a possibility. That could happen. Alright, so we have this little sort of notch in this high elevation terrain up here, or these mountains rather. And we are looking like we're heading toward. Following along this road. This road along the river here. Okay, and that's pretty much what we want. Coming along here.
So 73
We should see Corona Airport. this, I believe, is the pass that we're heading toward right now.
2993.
So you have these higher mountains here, you have some higher elevation here, although the congestion is sort of the yellow. It's blocking out the what might be like a tan depiction of higher elevation. So we're going to pass right through here, following that road.
United 5652, you're going to make Aaron at 15?
Okay, thanks, Exterminator. So before I submit anything, later on I'll just restart the computer and try it again. Just see if there was some freaky problem. Alright, 500 feet before cruise. Say tech, I'm not sure I get what you don't get. $2K textures is equal to 4K. Or are you just joking around? Alright, we're, I think, approaching cruise altitude. So I guess this whole area that's flooded out looking is depicted by this. Like the little wavy area in here, kind of coming up that way, right? J-Snap, what's going on? How are you? We're up at cruise. It's 23 inches. Let's go 2,300 RPMs. Boom Flare. What's up, buddy? Thanks for the follow, sir. Let's go clean our mixture a little bit. Okay. And our temperature's looking okay. Our cowl flaps are wide open, so we'll leave them open for now. Start time. Time has started. Now we'll switch our fuel tanks. That is the Carenado flood basin. Never flooded, but it is a basin. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think this scenery tile is like from whenever SimEvan was created, so.
CMTSL only 16 right, clear for the option. Cessna 1 Echo Charlie, contact SoCal approach 128.1. United 5652, contact Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm on 2.5, Exterminator. So here, here is
281 Echo Charlie, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 2984.
There's Corona.
Los Angeles Center, Ontario, altimeter 2985.
What is this?
Falcon 8 Lima Whiskey, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
It's interesting.
November 118 Lima Whiskey, Los Angeles Center. Across Pyru at maintain 1000, Burbank altimeter 2985.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar with it. I've seen that before. This vehicle fun. Off to the right, we have Lake Matthews, a lake I can pronounce. So there's Lake Matthews. The shape of it is well represented.
Bonanza 6 Tango Bravo contact, SoCal approach 135.4.
135.4, 576 Tango Bravo.
Caravan 1 up and Charlie after Meade, clear to report.
Actually, I should lower the volume a little bit. This will work on that one. There we go. Kind of can hear AGC a little better.
Caravan 1 up and Charlie there.
Yeah, must have missed that for when I could try. Go ahead.
Caravan 1 up and Charlie after Meade, clear direct upper.
After mids, direct hopper when I'm trying.
Circle approach, but that's 576 Tango Bravo, 5,500. Whoa, look at that traffic.
There's a 576 Tango Bravo SoCal approach traffic, 10 o'clock, 1 mile, same direction, altitude indicates 5,400, type unknown.
Traffic in sight, 576 Tango Bravo.
6 Tango Bravo, roger, the here altimeter 2985.
2985, 576 Tango Bravo. In real life, I would have been like scurrying away from that airplane. $2.95. Also, that explains why
Yeah, 5652 SoCal approach.
we were a little bit
Palm
above.
Springs, and
Actually, no, look, we're even climbing more now that we're putting it
10,000.
285.
Expect
Alright,
approach
so-
runway 13 right.
I should be going to
altimeter
the...
297.1.
Alright, here's our road that we're following. So we're going to follow this, continue following this road up that way. Here's Riverside.
Yeah, 5652 right after Palm
So
Springs.
we're just going to
turn
turn and
left,
follow that.
heading 300.
Yeah, I agree, Satek, you would think, right? I know when you
Alright,
do,
Papa, Santa Barbara approach.
actually, you know what?
You need to go
I don't
down
think-
for that.
When you download the folder, of course, it says it on the folder, like the folder's named as such. But, I think I still have one of
Air
them.
576 Tango Bravo traffic, 3 o'clock, 3 miles, northbound altitude indicates 4,600, type unknown.
3 o'clock, 3 miles. Negative traffic, 576 Tango Bravo.
Falcon 8 Lima Whiskey,
Oh, there it is.
SoCal approach 134.2.
All Alright, so we're going to continue flying up that road there.
Roll 18 Whiskey, SoCal approach after film mark cross Van Nuys at 6,000 and descend maintain 5,000, spec vision approach runway 21, urban count 729.
So I think I have a different tile over here. And one of the things you can see, besides the color change, you can even see like the river width changes right at the border. So this has probably had a different version of data in the tile that it was following back when it was made versus this.
Air 85 Pop San Bernardino Tower. I was talking to somebody else on the frequency, and you haven't given me any information. Where are you at? What's your position?
Yeah, Exterminator. I typically do the same thing. And it's a good way to do it because you won't forget then.
Alright, number 84, number 85 Papa, you're not in sight. Enter right downwind runway 30, report midfield, altimeter 2993.
Alright, so we're coming up, we passed Riverside. Probably past Flabob.
Number 85 Papa, there's no runway 34 here, it's right down on runway 30.
See San Bernardino pretty soon. And then I have this kind of just hooking around that way. Up 215.
Yeah, 5652, reduce speed to 210. Just 3 Yankees when you got to the airport.
So San Bernardino's over here, the airport. See some of the runways out there. I don't see the tower just yet.
Yeah, 5652, just maintain 7,000.
Chart. So coming up on the intersection, we're going to continue straight up. And then heading to the left, you can see the riverbed depicted here. Let's see if we can find that on the chart, or on the terrain rather.
Caravan 1 Charlie traffic, just right at 12 o'clock, 2 miles south.
So yeah, it's right up here.
5,500 type of number.
Make this turn, fly up that way.
So that's one of a Charlie traffic alert. Yeah, traffic's now at 12 o'clock and less than 1 mile. CFTSL, runway 16 right close to
I don't have it, but I've seen it a bunch of times. I think Bonanza 2 flies it. I don't know if he's still with us. He was here before. You definitely see a pretty good difference. I think this is like zoom level 16, even though the colors are really cool. See, it's not as sharp compared to this stuff down here.
No problem, Steve. And 5652, airport 9 o'clock, 5 miles from port site. Yeah, 5652, Clear approach runway 13 right.
Ah, nice, Exterminator, awesome. Oh, nice.
Santa Monica Airport, 1 o'clock, 16 miles from side.
Salvatore Italiano, how's it going tonight? And I think I might have followed an alert, missed an alert before, a follow alert. So the last one that came through, thanks for the follow. I just heard another one in my ear. I'm gonna make sure I start the screen now on delay so I can catch who it was. But all right, so we're gonna make a left up that way. Salvatore, thanks for the follow, dude.
Ray 5 Papa, you were told to enter a right downwind for runway 30 and report midfield. I have no clue where you are. What's your position? How far out are you?
That looks scary with that vantage point. It's like, yeah, there's some pretty big mountains.
Alright, 5 Papa, I have you in sight. Runway 30. There's you. It's only about 2 miles though, but yeah, runway 30 could land, and again, you have to pay attention to the instructions you're given. Wind 30016.
Alright, temperature's still looking good. So is our oil pressure.
GFTS, Roger, taxi parking via Alpha, and you have a good day. We'll see you. Falcon 8, Whiskey traffic, 10 o'clock, 3 miles southbound, altitude gates 5,500, type on.
Pollywog. Alright, cool, man. Thanks for the follow.
Everyone, Echo Charlie, contact SoCal approach 134.9.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that before.
5652, contact Palm Springs Tower 119.7. Gateway 1 Echo Charlie, SoCal approach, center maintain 4,000, Los Angeles altimeter 2986.
Look, we're looking at ourselves. I gotta say, Carenado's action figures are pretty damn good. I think they're like the best I've seen. I don't know if you guys have seen ones that are better. But they really are realistic looking, and their animations are good.
Roger, Navy Whiskey, contact Santa Monica Tower 120.12.
Yeah, we were glad to have you aboard, dude. Alright, so we're climbing up the hillside here,
Whiskey, Santa Monica Tower, runway 21, clear land.
following Route 215, and once we come up around here, we are going to turn straight up,
Alright,
and then we're going to follow Route 15 up this way. So once we turn right, follow Route 15, we'll see if we can see Hesperia. I've never flown into or out of that airport before. Jack's camouflage? Camouflage what? Usually I'm climbing up here at 4,500. Get ready to change altitudes, but we're a little higher this time. There's some pretty cool mountains. That's Saytech, it's alright. I'm a little sluggish, I guess. I didn't associate your statement as a response to what I had said. If I did, then maybe I would have gotten it. couple of emergency vehicles traveling at high rates of speed, as usual. Hey, Saytek, do you remember how to disable those flashing light police cars or whatever they are? I think Disgraced Pilot had figured out a way to do it. Yeah, we've got some military cruisers coming across here. You see the flashing lights over there? Along the road? Jippard 444. What's going on? Thank you for following. Ah, okay. Yeah, you know, the police cars that cruise that seem to be quite abundant in X-Plane. I could have sworn that Disgraced Pilot had figured out a way to get rid of them. Yeah, I think so. It's like 2 or 3 of them right now following each other. They're seriously going pretty fast. Not that I mind. Alright, so we're heading up that way. Let's just turn and follow that road. Yeah, sure, thanks.
Everything Whiskey, you see parking via Alpha. Yeah, we did.
See how the terrain is coming up underneath us. We are less than 2,500 AGL, 1,500 right now.
5652 second. Yeah, 5652, Roger, taxi parking via Whiskey. Another aircraft calls again.
Alright, so...
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yep, now we're basically just coming up this way.
Cross up 16, Bravo, contact Joshua, approach 126.1.
16 Bravo, 126.1. Joshua approach, Peninsula 576 Tango Bravo, 5,500.
Peninsula 576 Tango Bravo, Joshua approach, Palmdale, altimeter 2993.
2993, 576 Tango Bravo. Got a bunch of power lines coming up underneath us here. So, and a few sets of power lines coming up here. We should be able to see Hesperia directly up to our right. The problem is that the runway is running parallel alongside with us, so it's definitely harder to spot the pavement. Okay. Let's go ahead. Switch our fuel.
Charlie, Roger. Stand by for flight 300, vector visual approach runway 8.
think we kind of flew by that airport already. Maybe our rear seat passenger sees something. More power lines diagonally cutting across the river.
Go ahead.
So we have this river. I don't know if that's the river though.
So the one I control, you won't run it for real long, it's just for the handoff here.
There is an airplane out here. Sometimes following these drone airplanes help you find those airports.
So that's the one I control. I can just switch you now. Contact SoCal approach 134.2.
There's a body of water. Let's see if we see that.
Joshua Approach, Cessna 73 Yankee Zulu.
So that's got to be this.
Caravan
Pretty
21281,
sure.
I control you.
There's
SoCal
this
approach.
golf course south of this
Proceed
body
to
of
flag
water.
eyes out above 3000, clear visual approach runway 8, Burbank altimeter 2985.
And here's the body of water. That looks like a
First
golf
up,
course,
three,
that
second.
sort of dark green in there.
Yes.
You can even see the water.
Zulu, we're heading back to John Wayne
I think the
Airport.
little fingers coming off of it.
3 miles south of California City, 4,000.
Which are these?
4,500. Like to pick up VFR flight.
Strange shape to it.
73 Roger, 5706 ident.
Yeah, so that's the body of water of the golf course. So we're well past that airport. Okay. And we're just continuing up off into the desert. It's gonna get pretty featureless for a while.
So 73 Zulu right of contact, 3 miles east of the Mojave Airport. The Palmdale altimeter 2993.
Okay, so we're coming up on the, I guess, town, city, whatever of Apple Valley. Let's switch over to our VFR. And we should see Apple Valley Airport over there. And there is an airport. That is Apple Valley. And then off to our left, we should see out in that area. Oh, there it is. Victorville. So the first alphabet challenge actually has you take off out of Apple Valley, since it starts with the letter A, or the identifier starts with an A. Okay. Shows Apple Valley. And then we're going to continue up Route 15 until we get over toward Barstow. And at that point, we're going to hang a right. Alright, say tech, take care, buddy.
Everyone want to control.
Thanks for the help with that.
Irving Tower 18.
Yeah, look at that. We got 1, 2, 3. They're chasing after me. Although I think these are the two that I saw before. I just finally passed them. They're going pretty fast. They're cruising along at like 100 miles an hour.
Returning on control, Irving Tower, wind 17010, runway 8, clear land.
I think part of the issue too that I keep seeing them more often is just because it's such a big monitor. I'm looking at the stream on my 27 and it's not nearly as obvious. Hey Chevy, how's it going? Crossing over some more power lines. Taking it that. It might be right up here. It might be coming up on Barstow. Alright, 65 is going on. No, I don't think that's Barstow yet. Let's check out what that body of water must be. Past Apple Valley. Harbor Lake. This looks pretty far away. Oh, I think that's Silver Lake. Silver Lake. Maybe. See how it's populated around here, so sort of see that speckled in populated area being depicted. The dark side has pulled you in further, Chevy? Explain. What'd you buy? PMDG 777 or what? Quadruple 7. Quadruple 7. It's 422 feet long and a wingspan of 385 feet. Alright, so maybe that's Barstow. Because we have a populated area, and then the road's going to curve off to the right. Cranky, which I'm assuming 777 from Flight Factor. Alright, so Barstow, depicted populated area. We should see like a dried river coming up nearby there. Road going up to the left. We're going to continue off to the right. We should see Daggett off to the right, Barstow Daggett. Ah, suspense. Oh, I know what you did. You went and bought a P3D based Airbus. I'm guessing that might be the case. Hey Nagy, how's it going? So Cranky, you're pissed that you have the PMD 777 because it works so good, it's boring. You're like, this thing never fails on me. The FMS works all the time, and it's just automated.
Okay, everyone, want to Charlie taxi man,
Am I
Airbnb
guessing
Delta,
right?
Mono Ground. Have a good day. Okay, everyone, want to Charlie man, Delta
Daggett
Bravo.
Airport. Maybe Daggett Airport is all the way up there. I don't know. I could tune a Daggett VOR.
Okay, everyone, want to Charlie Roger.
Here is the. So here's the depicted riverbed, I guess. It's kind of like lighter color, following a little blue line. Okay. Yeah. Isn't there another Airbus coming out for P3D that's like more, I don't know, I heard people talking about it's more expensive. But I don't know who makes it. Alright, so we're going to make this turn. So let us turn to the right. Let's try about 060 for now. We're passing over the lovely desert area of Barstow. And we can see that the road goes off to the right and off a little bit further to the a little bit north of that. So yeah, we could follow this road to the right. We don't want to do that. We're going to follow this one up that way. Alright. So we don't want to lose, we don't want to get lost. Nagy, this is the Debonair straight tail. But yeah, it's not the A36. It says no 182s. Thanks for following, buddy. Alright, so we don't want to go that way.
Sky
We want to go that
Roger,
way.
on departure flight
So we're gonna do
240, maintain VFR to below 2,400.
Yeah, I like this panel better.
128.1 squawk 3
IFR work. It just has the RMI on there, which is really cool. It has a radio altimeter.
R6 Echo Mike, we're back.
I don't find myself using it that often, but it is cool that they have one. Yeah, here, I'll show it to you. Weird because the monitor I'm flying on now has a cooler color picture as opposed to a warm tone. So the warm tone on my iMac makes this look more mustardy yellow, whereas on the one I'm flying it on, it does have a more of a brownish gold to it. I don't know how it looks for you guys. Tweaking the colors. Nagy, this is ortho. Yeah, it's just ortho. Yeah, no matter how much you crank up the detail on X-Plane's default scenery, it's not going to look like this. Just because the detail is not in it. It's their standard texture as opposed to photo. But if you're on the fence about running ortho, I get the same frame rate whether it's X-Plane or ortho. You can, I believe this is zoom level 17 in this area. All right.
Bonanza 6 Tango Bravo, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
134.65, 576 Tango Bravo. Los Angeles Center, Bonanza 576 Tango Bravo, 5,500. Knife and Indian.
576 Tango Bravo, Los Angeles Center, DAG, altimeter 2983.
2983, 576 Tango Bravo. Nope, not yet, sir. We're still alive and well.
Cessna 986, Mike, John ground, runway 20 right at Kilo, taxi, Bravo, Kilo.
Yeah, not much. Just enjoying a little flight over the desert. Doing a little alphabet challenge action. Flying from Fullerton to Grand Canyon. Alright, so now that we're heading up that
60
way.
Tango Echo negative would be 128.6.
So we're making our way up this way. Harvard Airport. It's a private airport. First, let's see if we can see Daggett Airport. I think we already passed it. Yeah, there it is. Our backseat passenger saying, there it is. Right over there.
462 Tango Echo, Los Angeles
Okay,
Center.
so that's
Clear from Calexico Airport.
going
to
toward our
Henderson
4
Airport.
o'clock, right?
As filed.
So if this is at our 4
Maintain
o'clock, that would put us about
7,000,
here.
expect level 27010
So then
departure.
Harvard private
Departure
field
frequency
must be
128.6,
about our
walk 53,
somewhere between our
12,
11 and
hold for
our
release.
9:30. So we'll check out this line over here. Maybe that's it. I don't know. You might not even see it. If it's like a dirt texture on this background, we might not see it at all.
6 Tango Echo, read back correct.
Never trust me navigating, huh? Oh man. Oh, there goes another police car. Look at them, just blasting past traffic.
Sky 986 Echo Mike, Channel Lane Tower, runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, we're okay. So far, so good. It's hard to get lost following this road through featureless desert. Oh, time to change fuel tanks again. What's that? And there. You know what? I don't remember last time too well. It must be my selective memory. Well, I'm pretty sure we got us there.
That's the 3 Yankee Zulu contact, SoCal approach 135.4.
Oh, here it is. Look, 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 look. Here's the runway texture representing a non-paved surface. That's it. Look at that right there. See? Do I not stream much? You know, it just depends on my time and how my time availability also aligns with some other people that I watch stream.
5.
So like sometimes there's you know, it's like, oh, I have time to stream today, but then somebody else that I normally watch might be on, so I'll watch them instead, you know. So there's Harvard. You would think that Harvard would have a much better airport than this dirt strip, but maybe they offer a PhD in other than hard surface runway landings. I don't know. Alright. Cruising along. So we passed Harvard. And it's going to take it from here. So about Harvard, so from here to here is 23. Let's call that 30. Maybe 35. 45. About 70 miles. So about 45 miles until we get into some higher elevation. You can see how over here it says 4,730, 64.99. So I'm going to have to do some climbing up here. Then we'll be checking out what's going on with the Bravos. What I plan to do is over Henderson turn. The shelf area here is
60 Tango Echo, release to departure clearance fully to off by 2232, time now 22.
5,000. I think this is about 5,000 here. 6,000, 8,000, 7,000, 5,000. It looks like there's a space here, so I think the 5,000 bleeds into here.
Off by 2232.
So from 4,000 to 5,000 might be Class Echo. I'll check in with air traffic control at that point to make sure. And so we'll just fly over this at 4,500, let's say. And technically we will not be in their airspace.
Now, and it expires in 5
and then we'll
minutes.
just shoot out that way.
When it expires.
Maybe they'll even give us like a track through their airspace, so we don't have to worry.
Cessna 6 Echo Mike under contact departure.
Yeah, JSnap, and thank you for letting me use it. In fact, I was going to ask you directly, but then I think we were all in TeamSpeak. You guys were flying, and I think I was just in the channel, or I might have been in the chat, but you said, oh, by the way, JSnap, I hooked Orbinator up with your overlay, so it's really cool. I love it. If you notice, there's a little bit of a transparency to it, and what I did was in OBS, I don't know what you use, if you use OBS or XSplit, but there was a choice. There was a choice. I'm not going to open it now. Knowing me, I'll crash that thing and then we'll lose the stream. But it basically let me set the transparency level, so I thought it looked pretty cool. But I do appreciate sharing that. It's awesome. So. George, say yeah. What's happening, man? How are you today? Exterminator, you're absolutely right. Yeah, they're specifically designed for that. Okay. Yeah, that's what I did. Does XSplit give you an option for transparency options? I just thought it looked kind of cool because I'm going to sort of guess where it is. Yeah, I think I put like the transparency at like 30%, so that you know you can still read the text pretty well, but you can see what's in the background. Yeah, it's a really cool feature. Yeah, I'm like a novice user who happened across it. He has, oh, transparency. Drag that slider. Hey, look at that. Let me see if there is a fly chart. Exterminator 4. Oops, wait, I want that. Yeah, there's a Vegas fly chart. Okay. Oh, and a Vegas tack. Beautiful. All right, so let's check the tack first. So we have what is this airport? Where are you? Gene. We have a prison.
62 Tango Echo Los Angeles Center, right down, please.
I don't know if we'll actually see that. Gene Lake, Gene Airport, town of Gene. But it's just prison. I wonder if it's Gene Prison. Anyway, so we're going to follow 15. And then at Henderson, my plan is to hang a right. I might even break off a little early. Okay, great. So this is 5,000. That's the beautiful thing about tack charts. Now you can see the shelf areas very clearly. So, the elevation of 2,400 is the elevation of Henderson. So, before we get to Henderson, we'll just sort of hang a right. And I think we'll try to make the visual point that'll help us decide that this ridge line. Looks like a pretty sharp ridge with 5,000 foot elevation here. And then it starts to drop off a bit. Dutchman Pass. And then we'll head over to Boulder City. Once we pass Boulder City, we know we can freely and clearly go at 5,500 northerly. I can just hit 360. The Lake Meade will be very obvious at that point. This shelf here is 4,500. So that'll be interesting too, because as long as we stay south of Boulder City, we won't bite into that chunk of 4,500 Bravo airspace.
Scout 6 Mike, affirmative.
Anyway, that's my favorite part about the challenge, is knowing that they can see me, and if I screw up, they'll yell at me for it. Arthur King, the DJ, how's it going, man? Thanks for following. Alright, anyway, let's check out our Route 15. So we're going to adjust our course a little bit. This would be a classic heads down, fly into terrain if that terrain was higher, but don't tell Knife and Indian that, because then he'll say Algray's going to kill us.
Scout 6 Mike, Echo Mike, roger, contact Torrance Tower, 133.075, stand.
Yes, Exterminator, absolutely. So as VFR pilots, we are welcome to use the Victor Airway System, the VORs, if you just want to use the VORs themselves with the DME, absolutely correct. We could do that. I purposely am not using the VORs unless I absolutely have to. But yes, that is totally true. So you got Boulder City VOR.
6 Echo Mike, Torrance Tower, make straight in, runway 29 right, clear to land.
It's a vortex, so it does provide DME distance. And for those of you that are not sure, DME is distance measuring equipment. So if I were to dial in that particular VOR, it would give me the distance from the VOR right down here. Typically what I do when I do these VFR flights, I just hit that. Does it let me shut that off? I don't even know. I think it just lets me do 1 and 2. I'm not sure what tile is loaded in here. So I burned a bunch of Google tiles that we're going to fly over in the canyon because the Bing source was so overexposed. I just hated the way it looked. Yeah, I don't blame you, Exterminator. I kind of eased my way into it. In fact, these desert flights are a pretty good way of doing it because it's much less detailed to get confused by. You know, I mean, this is really the only road there to follow. But you know, then as you get more and more used to it, then it becomes fun to challenge yourself to fly on PE while this, like I'll give you an example, which I'm sure you're well aware of, but we'll share it with everybody. Let's say we go back over toward this really congested area, and even if we go on, like let's say, you know, we're outside of the TAC area, right? So let's go over there, like in this area. So, unfortunately I can't zoom in much more here, but these main roads, these highways, and like these thick lines, they're showing you these like main roads that go through here, but in reality there's a lot of other roads along with it that can be confusing. So when you first start trying to do it over the photo scenery, which makes it possible, you're kind of like, well, wait a minute, which one of those is this road? That was my biggest challenge. So, but then you start getting, you know, used to picking off the detail. Alright, so before we verified Harvard, we're cruising again up Route 15. There is a unknown airport out there, so we have no idea what that is. Oh, with the knife and with following the lights of the roads, you mean? Yeah, that's also another option. Absolutely. So you can see our tile difference here. We'll see how that looks as we go over it. So, just following that way. This looks like it's going to take us on about a 050 heading. It looks like we do have some sort of a road, unless that's a river. Hold on. No, I'm pretty sure it's a road because you can see the exit ramps going over here, and exit ramps coming around here and shooting up that way. And then there's this strip here. Now that strip might be a string of X-plane houses, or it might be an airport. So, and what we also have here is, that looks like some kind of a, maybe a quarry or something. We have higher elevation. It might be, and we have power lines. So, along here, Baker. So we have Baker Airport. We have a road going up that way. Soda Lake, Silver Lake. I guess these are like dried out areas. The town of Baker, which will be just a little, you know, when it's a town that's named, but it's that little tiny circle. Basically, you're talking about, you know, some few blocks of houses, maybe a shopping center, gas station, a church. Here's Baker Airport. So you can see the actual texture of their
Star 62 Tango Web contact Los Angeles Center 133.
Galactic Kodiak. How's it going, man? Stand by for 1 minute. I'll get back to that question. The short answer is not really, but sometimes. Hey, what's happening? Well, you go ahead and eat without me because I'm not hungry right now, and I'm going to be flying for at least another hour and a half. All right. Okay, Mom.
62 Tango Echo Los Angeles Center, climb maintain level 270.
Okay, sorry about that. So, Galactic, I did find that if you run into like a radio tower, which are depicted in X-plane, if you run into that, it will take out your airplane. The whole entire length of the tower is a hard object.
Correction, you can make
I
straight in
haven't
runway 2
tried running through power lines or these towers, power line towers. Buildings, I remember, you could like pass right through them, but if they were hard coated with the top of the helicopter, it would take you out. So, True Flight, how's it going? Artertoa. Did I pronounce that correctly? What's going on? This is photo scenery, so it's not the default scenery. Fizzboard TV, what's going on, dude? Thank you for following.
So 73 Yankees will
I tried it.
2-0
Yeah,
left.
I tried it, Jay Snap. I actually did try it. I have done over the years just so, you know, when you're bored, you're buzzing around by yourself. Before I was like streaming, you know, in and out of buildings, weaving around. You know, let me see if I can hit that tower. What happens, you know? So, and then watching the replay a dozen times because the airplane kind of ricochets off it funny. Like your engine just dies. You're still flying though. You don't hit it and fall. You know, you actually like just sort of hit it, and then it, like times I've done it, it sort of shot me in an upward angle, but you're still going forward pretty fast at cruise speed. Arthur, it's me? Is that how you say it? Okay. I'll try to remember that. It just doesn't spell that way. And my attention deficits will not hold that long, but I'll do my best, buddy. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Alright, wow, look at that. Look at those mountains up there. Damn, that thing is tall. Look at that thing. Let's see where we're at. So we passed Baker, and I'm taking a guess that that's Clark Mountain that we're looking at. 7,923 feet. I guess it's not that tall, but... Or that could be... I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see. Either way, it looks like a jutting piece of rock sticking out of the ground there. Following along. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wish there was I'd love for them to model a Piper Warrior 3. School I worked at had these Piper Warrior 3s, and they had a really nicely fitted panel, Garmin, dual Garmin 430s. How's our fuel supply looking? Good, alright, no problems. Let's reset this timer. But, yeah, there used to be a guy named Jason Chandler that used to make airplanes for X-Plane. I don't even know if he flies X-Plane anymore, but he did some really nice work back in version 7, 8, and I think some of 9. Yeah, he definitely did some 9 aircraft. This is 2D panels, and he had a really nice Piper Warrior, but unfortunately, I don't think he's putting out any products anymore. Nagy, alright man, enjoy your meal. Maybe we'll see you later. Actually, that was when my phone call this was about. This dinner, but I already had like a really late lunch, so I'm gonna fly this flight and then maybe eat after that. Arthur, it's me. Are you from Poland? Falcon add-on, like the F-16, the Tetra Pak. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but is that what you're talking about? Like the F-16 Fighting Falcon? So this is X-Plane. If you go to xplane.org and search their database, you might find something there. But I don't know. I haven't really been doing any kind of military stuff. Oh, the Assault Falcon, gotcha.
That's 3 Yankee Zulu attack parking via Hotel
Isn't Coop
Alpha
1019 working on one?
and Monoground. Have a good day. Safe.
Oh, he's working on a Hawker. Alright, so we are at an indicated altitude of 5,500. However, if you look at the radar altimeter, it's fluctuating between 1,500 and 2,000. So we're not really that high. Yeah, I think you're right, Nagy. We're not that high off the ground. And you can see that the terrain is rising out in front of us. So once again, we're basically entering into this region over here. This mountain pass, 4,730. What do we say, 6,500? We're going to see Wheaton Springs. Well, we're going to make our turn pretty soon up to head to the north. Might go there. I don't know, what do you think? We're going to get away at this altitude? That is going to be tight if we just stay here. It would be entertaining. Just stay right on the road. Yeah, that's what I do. Pardon me. I mean, for safety purposes, in real life, definitely be climbing right now, you know? Alright, so we're confirming then that that mountain is Clark Mountain. So that was Clark Mountain, almost 8,000 feet. Makes sense. Definitely higher than us, and we're at 5,500. G2XPL, JSNAP. And it's built over HD V3 mesh. Yeah, I agree. The wind would be a problem. Alright, let's see how this is gonna look. As we go through that mountain, we'll have a quick look here. So it's gonna hook to the right, and then as this terrain drops off, we're gonna hook to the left. Oh yeah, look at that, huh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, maybe we should turn to the right a little bit, huh? Yeah, you don't want to hit that. Don't worry, Knife, and we're okay. Alright. Made it through. About 1,000 feet on the AGL. It's above ground level. For those that are not familiar with that. Yeah, some people live over there. Buildings. Alright. So far, so good. Cool. And you can see how the road is, train's dropping off as planned. And then the road's hooking off to the left. Right? And there it is. So we're going to hang a left. Follow Route 15. Let's put that there so we can see Route 15 better. There's a golf course over that way. Might be right there. I don't know. So you can see the road, you can see my heading indicator, see the heading bug. Let's try about 020.
Your 6 Tango Bravo traffic just after 3 o'clock and 2 miles northeastbound. Fast moving, altitude indicates 5,500, type unknown.
Roger, 16 Bravo. Negative on the traffic, but we just turned left toward the north.
Your 6 Tango Bravo, Roger. Yeah, that traffic, it actually looks like a flight of 2, and he just made a turn to the southeast.
Alright, so this is interesting. If you look over here, this whole area, it's like discolored, as well as up there. I think that's our golf course. Whoa, what is that? That's interesting. Look at that down there. So, that discoloration, these two discolorations must be these dried up lakes. Roach Lake, that sounds disgusting. And whatever that is. And there's the golf course. And then look at that. Solar farming ocular glare. Oh, wow. That's cool. Check it out. So, this has got to be like just a shitload of solar panels. 1, 2, 3. All lined up. Just sucking up the solar radiation. And I bet that, yeah, they probably reflect. Depending on the angle you fly over and where the sun is. Very interesting.
Catalina Airport on departure flight heading 220, red vector.
So let's check it out from the outside.
Maintain 2000, expect 4000. 10 minutes after departure for the
sun's getting a little low. I'm going to rewind time a bit just so that we can brighten things up a little bit. There we go. Enjoy the color a little more. Wow, so that's crazy to think that each one of these is a solar panel, those little dots. I'm thinking that's what those are, right? Got that, got that. Very cool. Very cool. Gotta love photo scenery.
There's 7 Delta recurrent.
Exactly, J7. I just read your comment as I was saying that. That's awesome. Okay. And John Fly might be down there playing. I don't know.
And last call, say your call.
Hey, Greg. Oh, you checking up on that? Those may be mirrors that focus the heat on a central boiler.
You're another 56
Wow.
Hotel Papa Sec Approach Squawk 5402 item.
That sounds interesting. So they're not solar panels, but they're using solar energy to basically generate. So what would they do? The boiler would create steam, and then that would spin a turbine or something like that? Kind of like a solar nuclear reactor?
347 Charlie Delta John Wayne Ground.
So, oh, okay. This is a good landmark. At the end of Roach Lake is going to be Jean Airport. Alright.
You're another 56 Hotel Papa radar contact 17 miles southwest of
So I'm
Palmdale,
taking it this is
Iowa.
Roach Lake.
Palmdale altimeter 29091. You said you're headed to
I wonder what
Almonte.
this all is here. Is there anything on the chart about that?
6 Hotel Papa chase frequency 134.2.
Something about casinos. There's a little bit of a no, it's definitely not casinos. I wonder if these are Google watermarks that you were telling us about in your email.
You're 26903.
Here's Roach
Shall I
Lake.
fix
I have a
the
feeling the airport's up here somewhere.
You're 26913.
Tonopah?
You said, is this for a rating or is this just a regular flight?
Where's Tonopah? Is it airport or what?
You're 9013, Roger, on cross standby. Number 62 Tango Echo, set to maintain flight level 240, contacts Los Angeles Center 131.65.
Okay, so there's Jean Airport. And Jean Airport, 8,000, 5,000. So we're going to get down to 4,500. Continue down Route 15. Although now we could go to our Vegas TAC chart.
Los Angeles Center, November 62 Tango Echo, sending flight level 270 to flight level 240.
Number 62 Tango Echo, Los Angeles Center, Las Vegas altimeter 2982, cross Joe Mix at maintain 10.
Thanks, Greg.
Cross Joe Mega and maintain 10,000. Number 62 Tango Echo.
Los Angeles Center, Bonanza 516 Bravo, leaving 5,500 for 4,500.
Number 6 Tango Bravo, Roger, contact. Just confirm, say destination, are you going to Canyon or are you going somewhere else?
We're going Canyon. We're just going to take a sightseeing tour over Lake Meade, and we're going to hook south of the Bravo and stay out of that airspace, out of the shelf areas.
Number 6 Tango Bravo, Roger, contact Las Vegas approach 118.4.
That's 118.4.
Affirmative, Las Vegas approach.
Las Vegas 118.4, 576 Bravo, thanks.
Number
118.4.
26913, cleared to Burbank Airport on departure, fly heading 220, radar vectors speech the nines filed, maintain 2000, expect 5000, plus or minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5074.
Lewis, student pilot, how's it going, man? Thanks for following. Here's Henderson. We got some traffic down there. Okay, 118. No, that's not Henderson. I'm sorry. That was that Henderson? Hold on.
Carenado 13, read back correct.
That was Gene. Val, dude, what's up, man? Thanks for the host, buddy. Good to see you. Las Vegas approach, Bonanza 576, Tango Bravo, 4,500.
Air 576 Tango Las Vegas approach, Las Vegas altimeter 2982.
2982, 576, Tango Bravo. Nice. Banging out the ortho tiles. Arthur, it's me. Right? I think I'm getting that right finally. Thanks for the follow, man. Alright, we're continuing along Route 15. We just passed Jean Airport. We are moseying on up. We are at 4,500, which will keep us safe of this shelf area.
Sears 347 Charlie Delta, John Wayne Tower, wind 220, 6420, right, he's up for takeoff.
JSAP, I was on kind of late last night, and Adam Flies, thanks for following.
No, 108 go X-ray, John Wayne clearance, second
cool,
the request.
Where do you fly? Like what region of the country? You don't have to give me specific. East Coast, West Coast, middle of the country.
No, 18
Gavin
negative
K42, what's going on, man? Thanks for following. There's the big buildings of Vegas.
108 Tank X-ray. On departure flight heading 080.
We're going to continue off to the right just a little bit, offset, so that we can keep looking out our left window and see the road, no problem.
Squawk 546, correction 5456, as the aircraft type with readback.
So again, we passed Jean. And
Our 18 go X-ray, this is 128.1.
Vegas out here. All of the big buildings are off to the left, so we can already see that. So we got that. I believe that's Henderson right up there.
Command 18 go X-ray, read correct. There are 6 hotel Papa contact circle approach 134.2, correction 135.4.
Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, you're flying in like a whole different area.
Grumman 26913, John Wayne ground. Runway 20 left at Kilo, taxi at Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo.
Okay. Alright, so we were talking about we're at 4,500. This is the challenge of what I was going to try to do. We were going to cruise over
913 at that Alpha Hotel
here
Charlie
in the area of Henderson and then cut across the mountains, but we're at 4,500 and these 4,500 is going to put us about 100 feet off the mountains over here if we follow the power lines. Maybe we could go a little bit further that way. Get past this little hillside here, stay south of this road, and then climb to 5,500 and head toward Boulder City. Hey, why not? Let's try it. So we're going to follow right at Henderson.
You're still out overhead on Monty Airport. You have an insight on
those fuel tanks.
There are 6 hotel numerator service terminated Squawk VFR contact Del Mining Tower 121.2 and continue on the right downwind for now. I'll let them know.
Okay, fuel tank switched. There's Henderson. Their
Cirrus
Class
34
Delta
7 Charlie
airspace
says SoCal
begins
departure.
at
Radar contact. Turn right heading
4,000.
280
Well,
for the San
3,999 because you see how it says minus 440.
So disregard that flight
So it's
present
not
heading
at
will be vector
4,000.
for Santa
It's
Catalina.
just below 4,000. Makes sense because the shelf area over here is 4,000 for the Bravo. The whatchamacallit, the floor. Okay, so if we stay on Route 15, we can hook right, stay to the right of Route 15 because otherwise we hit
Navajo
that corner.
956 Hotel Paul Belmont.
We'll hook around Henderson and head
2007.
086. Let's do 090. That should get us going toward that Boulder City.
For 7
airport.
Charlie Delta, climb maintain 4000.
Okay, so we are just about to cross over Henderson. And so there's the terrain. We can definitely get right across over there. There's those power lines I was talking about. I don't know how well you can see that. So there's power lines coming out of Henderson. If we just follow the power lines right through the hills, that will take us. We're going to follow the power lines. Awesome. Well, wait. I see the power lines over there. But I'm going to take us right through there. So I'm going to make that turn now.
For 108 Tango X-ray, runway ground, runway 20 left at Kilo, taxi Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo.
I could stay to the right or left of the mountains north of them, but then that shoots us right toward this corner, which is 4,500. So I don't really want to conflict with that. But we're going to clear this terrain no problem.
And who is looking for descent? There are 2 Tango X Echo, contact Las Vegas approach 118.4, and they'll get you lower.
Nagy, yeah, I switch it up. There's sometimes I'll do an entire flight with no autopilot, but this is like a 3.5 hour flight, so.
Las Vegas approach November 62 Tango Echo.
But it's definitely fun.
Descent to 7,300.
The trim settings on the Carenado, you have to really, it's pretty finicky. You have to like really tap it very quickly, otherwise
For 62
it's
Tango
hard to get to hold altitude,
Las
but
Vegas
it's
approach
definitely doable.
2982. It's going to maintain 7,000.
I'll show you,
the
Jason.
approach
So this is
requested
flight
to
number 6. Here it is.
There's
a total of 35 flights.
7,000 November 62 Tango Echo.
And if you did them all straight line, which is not really possible, it'd be 5,411.3 miles.
Henderson.
We're doing flight number 6, which
This is
straight line
November
was
62 Tango Echo. We
313.
have information
But the
Sierra
way I had mapped it out,
requesting,
it was
visual
453
35
miles. So,
There are 2
because
Tango
I
Echo.
just decided to change it up a bit.
Active third, actually landing
Alright,
south,
so
you can expect
crossed
runway
our
17 right.
mountain, and then shortly
Okay,
after
they must have,
crossing these
updated the weather.
hills,
Okay, expect visual 17 right.
we could now continue flying
There are
these
2 Tango
power
Echo, yeah,
lines.
showing at 2152.
And we saw them just before. Let's see if we can relocate
guess
them.
15, facility 10, clear below 12,000.
So we got power lines. There's a lot of power lines around here, actually. So I don't even know. Oh, there it is. We're gonna turn, follow there. There's the airport, right? So we're gonna fly right at that airport. And you see this road over here? Right over there. There's the airport. There's that set of power lines that are going south of the airport.
And I'll pass along your request for the weather.
So it's a good thing we didn't get too close to that road, because we would have been in the shelf area of
Henderson
Bravo.
Airport.
Boulder.
Left, slightly left to your
Power lines
12
going
o'clock
south
and
of there.
17 miles report in sight.
Okay, well, we'll probably have it in sight in November 16 Tango Echo.
347 Charlie Delta, Subgut approach, Catalina altimeter
Yes,
29er
it's,
and Niner 2. Wind 250 at 6. Visibility 10, clear below 12,000.
Let's rewind aviation back to Latin, you know. Back when Latin was commonplace, and then maybe we could rework the alphabet challenge.
November 6 Hotel Papa, have a great evening yourself. Good day.
Looks like somebody built this airport up.
Grumman 26913, John Wayne Tower, wind 2206, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
There's Lake Meade.
Number 2 Tango Echo, did you say you do have Henderson Airport in sight?
Negative, we do not have Henderson Airport in sight. November 62.
Number 2 Tango Echo.
Alright, so we're gonna
Flight
pass.
heading at 330. Phone rollout. Airport should be about your 12 o'clock on 11 miles. Reported site. Descend and maintain 6,000.
Can we follow that road?
Turn left heading 330, report a runway in sight. We will descend and
Boulder.
maintain
Yeah, it looks like we can just follow that road.
16 Tango Echo.
Here's Boulder City. We lose the depiction of the road into the congestion, but then it comes back out again over here. So as long as we pass Boulder City and then turn and follow the road, we'll be okay up to the lake. But the lake
1873
there. It
Kilo,
doesn't
John
really matter at
Papa
this
5
point.
standby. Number 7 Charlie Delta, Bridge Weston to Catalina today.
Alright. So we pass Boulder City Airport, right?
Number 347
Let's do it.
Charlie to cross Santa Catalina at 4,000. Cleared VOR, DME, Bravo.
Alright, we're heading into the
approach.
canyon.
This is November 62 Tango Echo. We have
The
Henderson
VOR,
Airport in sight.
the VOR alphabet challenge. The Vorfabet challenge. Sort of like
Number
combined
2 Tango Echo.
VOR
Bridge
alphabet
approach,
challenge.
runway 17
Vorfabet
right.
challenge.
Contact Henderson Tower 125.1.
Clear
That's hard to
for
say
visual approach
first time
17
through.
right. Contact Henderson Tower 125.
It's an interesting idea, actually.
There's 9013, contact SoCal departure. Command 108 Tango X-ray. John Wayne Tower 12206, runway 20 left to Kilo. Left, turn out to your heading 080, runway 20 left to Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Alright. So now that we're heading out over the lake. I have us kind of just doing this, I think. I think we're sort of doing this. We're a little bit over the water more. Basically, yeah, we're going to head down that way.
No 26913, SoCal departure, radar contact, con, maintain 5,000. Number 7 Charlie Delta, report Wrigley inbound. And calling Henderson, we're stepped on again.
Yeah, so, oh, that would have been fun. I
There's
should have flown
62
right over
for
here.
Echo, Henderson Tower. Runway 10
Uh-oh.
right, clear.
That
to
better be
land
a scenery
with
load. Oh, thank God.
160.5.
Let's do a little sightseeing. I think that's the Hoover Dam, right? This is Google source.
And calling weather Weston at
It's
3
definitely
seconds.
better exposure than Bing.
Or 8 Tango X-ray, you are ready to contact
Ooh,
departure.
excuse me.
November 913, turn right heading 290. Join the Santa Monica against Santa Monica 125 radio.
You know what? Let's help that out.
No, 9013, then the
There
head
we
and
go.
ticket 280 to join.
Check that out. That is cool looking, huh? I could try to fly into that bridge, but I have a feeling it would be a hard bridge and we would end up pulling an atomic frog and get launched unexpectedly. So, I would hate to. Screw up the flight so far.
10 Tango X-ray, got departure, cancel altitude restriction.
Lumbee, what's up, dude? How's it going? Yeah, Arthur, it's pretty cool scenery, huh? Looks nice. Some areas of the contrast is lacking, but can't be too choosy.
You have a
right?
destination in mind, enter aircraft type for number 73 kilo.
It's better than the other source I had going. How's it going, Lumber?
Duke 1873 kilo, would you like a heading of 330 or 230 for departure?
Alright, so we are now going to head on this way.
Duke 73 kilo on departure, fly heading 330.
Sure, pretty nice to look at.
Maintain VFR at or below 2,400
So we're just going to turn over this way.
Departure frequency 128.1.
Yeah, I could do that.
63,
A little touch and go. How would that work out with flight flying? We're going to do a touch and go on the Hoover Dam. But we want to stay on frequency with you guys.
Duke 73 kilo. Rebecca is correct. Do you have a requested cruise altitude?
And there it goes. There's the lake.
Duke 73 kilo, roger. And yes, I do have you down for flight following.
Let's go to the outside view.
Ready, Tango X-ray, resume phone navigation. Looks like you've already turned off for the heading, but just a future reference. If you hear cancel altitude restriction, then it only applies to your altitude. That has nothing to do with your heading. You want to hear resume phone navigation, where you can deviate from the assigned heading.
Look at that. Yeah. Exactly.
There are 2 Tango Echo, taxi parking. There's 6 Tango Bravo, contact Los Space approach 133.905.
One 133.905, 576 Tango Bravo.
For 1873 kilo, downwind ground, runway 20 right, correction, runway 20 left, 9 kilo. Taxi via Alpha, Hotel, Charlie, kilo.
Sounds like a whole lot of John Wayne action going on tonight. Who are we with? Approach minutes 576 Tango Bravo, 4,500.
For 576 Tango Bravo, Las Vegas approach altimeter 2981.
2981, 576 Tango Bravo. Alright. Let's go back outside. that side. Interesting, huh? Alright, so we kind of passed through this narrow area of water, and now we're kind of coming over here. It's pretty wide open.
And it's kind of broken.
So we continue down in this way. So we're going to end up following that down that way. That's going to essentially take us down into the canyon.
XC225 Mio Delta, Riverside Ground, clear to Cambria Airport, runway 27 departure procedure to Paradise, and as filed. Maintain 4,000, expect 6,000 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.4, squawk 6761. XC5 Romeo Delta. Disregard. Can you confirm the call sign? XC225 Rome Delta, that was you that just read back the clearance to Camarillo from Riverside, correct? 5 Romeo Delta Major, I just want to make sure I issued to the right plane. And advisory taxi, expect right 27.
You have to hold until you're out of fuel. Alright, so we're on a heading of about 100 or so. And this looks like it's, well, from... I started my turnout here. This is 134, but I guess if we were over here...
Delta cancellation received. Multiple VFR targets observed in the vicinity at the airport. Change of bus frequency approved. Squawk VFR.
It's a little closer to what we are. So I'm just cutting across the land here instead of following it around there. Fuel's still looking okay.
Garmin 9013, text up approach from 134.9er. XC5 Romeo Delta, runway 27, taxi to Alpha Charlie.
Let's see where the nearest control tower is.
Someone was calling for clearance or VFR to John Wayne. I didn't catch which one.
Yeah, it's pretty far away, huh? Oh yeah, now you can really start to see the top of the canyon walls out there, right? I think, maybe? Or maybe that's just some mountains in the background, I don't know.
Air 108 Tango X-ray, SoCal approach Ontario, altimeter 2982. You had the simulator issues? 73 kilo negative, fine. Grumman Tiger 28665, Ramona Ground. Clear to John Wayne Airport, runway 27 departure procedure to Robin, Victor 208 Oceanside, then as filed. Maintain 4,000, expect 6,000, 10 minutes after departure. Right. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 2121.
Let's see. Oh, I disconnected the autopilot.
Lima Tiger 665, right back correct. Door 26913, SoCal approach to Los Angeles,
And the
altimeter
distraction.
2984.
I forgot to switch my fuel
Port
tank.
St. Mark and VOR heading 300.
Alright, so once we get over there, we're gonna then hang a left. Temple Bar Airport.
Or
Didn't even
3744
look
Quebec.
for it. Should have looked for
Call
it.
mark there. She looked for flight following.
Here it is.
River
Temple-
full Quebec
Temple
departure
Bar.
frequency 119.6, squawk 1330.
If we had an emergency, we could always divert there. No, it's 10.45. I was having a problem
You're full
with
Quebec reverse.
running my. I was having an issue running. I couldn't get the starter to work in 10.50.
For 6 Tango Bravo, take Los Angeles Center 124.85.
124.85, 576 Tango Bravo.
You're 913, go ahead.
What? So 124.85.
November 9013, roger. Make your request for the next frequency.
Los Angeles Center, Bonanza 5716 Bravo, 4,500. Oh, I think she said 124.85, right? Oh, sorry. How rude of me. Talking while yawning.
You're 374 Quebec, follow my ground, runway 24, taxi Alpha.
So I launched Flight Sim Kid. How's it going? I launched 10.5 before, 10.50, and I tried to start this airplane, and I literally could not get the mouse to grab on and hold the ignition switch key. I kept pulling it to the right, and it kept sort of like slipping off.
Takeoff.
And tried launching, relaunching. Just didn't restart the computer yet, but I switched back over to 10.45 because I had made a duplicate copy and it worked just fine. So I don't know. We have to play around with that and then maybe submit a bug report. So what is... Okay, so now we're like heading out over here. We're gonna kind of make our way back up this way. It looks really long, but it's only 10 miles. And we'll sort of hook around. Wow, so this is where it's gonna start getting tight. We're at 4,500, and likely these walls will be higher than us. So we'll enjoy some, Beggars Canyon flying, and then we'll climb when we think we're near the airport and find it.
Charlie San Luis Tower on 11 base, 2.29, for the land base for Quebec.
Check that out. It's like totally flat and it drops off. Flat up there. So JSnap, I'm curious how the under at the same photo source in Ortho 4XP would look here, you know, with all of this coastline challenge for the software to deal with. Okay, so we can clearly see over this hill, and I can see the water over here. Let's just see where it's actually going. We're going up this way, and the heading was about 008, so roughly north. What am I actually facing now? North, right about 008 actually. And then I think I'm seeing this water over here. We could follow it around. Well, I don't want to follow the wrong water, you know. But I think we're going to end up going that way. Temperature's looking good still. Still have oil.
Retreat 774 Quebec. Paul Martin 1220 at 7 wrong 24 quick takeoff. Or 347 Charlie Delta, thank you. Near 5 Romeo, that's a contact still departure.
So I think we're going to end up following this river right down that way.
Near 913, contact still departure.
See how there's like this ridge line here, and then the background mountains here. And we're going to end up flying down into there.
XC225 Romeo Delta, SoCal approach. Ontario altimeter 2, Manor 82, climb maintain 6,000.
Of course, this would be even more interesting if I was, well, entering the canyon at about 250 knots in a jet, but it'll be fun. It'll be scenic. It won't be thrilling, it'll be scenic. Oh, good evening, everybody. I didn't realize how many people we had on board.
2173 Kilo. John Wayne Tower. Are you holding short runway 20 left currently at Lima? Correction at Kilo. There's 73 Kilo, you're assigned as squawk altitude or mode C. And just keep the squawk code 25, correction. Yeah, new squawk for you,
so we're going to make that turn.
2534.
This is our passenger view. So I'm kind of just following this little notch over here.
3 Kilo, read back correct. And I got your mode C now.
So there's like that. See how this
20 left to Kilo to go.
We're really doing this. We're doing that.
Number 77, correction, number 7.
So this goes up that ends, and then this comes down this way. So we're turning right up there.
Going 2665. From on the ground, runway 27 taxi Alpha. Departure 37 Quebec, South departure, radar contact, maintain VFR. Ground 26913, south approach for bank altimeter 2983, ag 0 request. Carenado 13, heading 350, send maintain 4000, vector ILS for Meade approach.
That looks pretty damn cool.
There 8 Tango X-ray contact cycle approach 126.7. There 73 Kilo radar contact circle departure. Carenado 13 fly heading 050. And you are 4 miles from Silex, maintain 4000 to establish localizer, but ILS for Meade approach.
Yeah, look at that.
For 1873 Kilo SoCal departure, cancel altitude restriction, resume on navigation.
Alright.
The winds are right, Tango Energy, copy contact cycle approach 126.7.
So now we're entering into this higher elevation stuff over here. We're out of the TAC chart. Grand Canyon VFR. Ooh, yes. That's what we want. Nice. So we have, yeah, it looks like the tops here around 4,500. Grand Canyon West, that's not our destination. Better pay attention though, because might end up flying right into one of these, which would be pretty entertaining on stream, I guess.
1 to 2 o'clock, 2.5 miles, same direction, altitude correction. He's actually westbound. Altitude indicates 3,900. Appears to be descending type unknown.
Oh yeah, let's check out our radio altimeter. 2,500. Oh, there it goes. Coming down.
Okay, calling for parking. I believe you're San Luis, taking the call sign.
Going back up.
Or 282
freaky looking textures, right?
Via Alpha, this rigs.
I'm guessing that this is some weird distortion. It looks cool.
Your one's right, Tango X-ray.
Yeah, I guess if the resolution was doubled, then you'd follow these a little bit more. It'd be interesting to see what
yes, 118.7.
that would do to frame rate, you know?
Legacy 5 runway Delta contact cycle approach 134.2.
Yeah, it'll be a good comparison with the same texture source to see how that would look in the same region. But it definitely looks a lot better than that overexposed stuff that I had before.
454, correction, or 454 Foxtrot Tango, Sunless Tower.
Yeah, that's true.
555, I did hear your request. I was about to get back to you. I had some bad traffic calling in. You said you're south of the airport and
oh, cool, J-Snap.
Runway 11, is that correct?
I'll be knocking on your door if you do that. See what we can negotiate.
454 Tango Alpha, Sunless Tower, Roger, report 5 mile, runway 11. Legacy 225 Romeo Delta, SoCal approach Burbank, altimeter 2983. Runner, correction over 2691.
It's like, which way do we turn?
Burbank,
To the
Tower 2
right,
check-in.
or we could go down to the left. I think we'll go to the right.
Cover 26913,
It's like a maze.
Burbank Tower. Wind 170.
Yeah, when we're zipping in and around the canyon with jet aircraft, it's like you can afford to make these dead-end mistakes and just go vertical. That's not happening in this airplane. If we make that wrong turn, it's like, uh-oh.
Sierra. Correction number 738 Sierra.
I mean, at least we're at 4,500. It's not much of a climb to get out, but if we were down at 2,000.
Legacy 5 Romeo Delta, turn left at 8260 Vector Camry Airport.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks awesome, for sure, Bloom Flare.
Number 73 Kilo, contact SoCal approach 135.4. Range equal, full Quebec, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
I guess we're pretty close to the rocks there, huh?
There's 738 Sierra, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Alright, let's check the chart real quick while we have an open space here.
Ontario, altimeter 2982.
So I'm guessing we're, guessing. So my plan is just to follow around this way.
73 Kilo. Yeah, that's
Now it says you're not allowed to fly through here, but, well, they're not enforcing that. So we are gonna do it. Use some shadow areas, I guess. In the photo.
Here's 7344 Quebec, SoCal approach, John Wayne, altimeter 2982. And someone was calling, say again.
Nagy, how's it working for you now? Is it okay?
Going 26665, Ramona Tower, runway 27 clear for takeoff. Cirrus 347 Charlie Delta, SoCal approach. Clear to San Diego Olympic Airport. As filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect 5,000 1 minutes after departure. Departure frequency will be on 127.4. Squawk. Is that right? Squawk 5066. Hold for relays for number 7 Charlie Delta.
We just found Clouds Lua Enhancer. That's a serious boost, dude. That's awesome. Nice. Look at that wall. Disgraced pilot. Dude, thanks for the host. Much appreciated, sir. It's always good to have you aboard.
And 454 Tango. Wind 30018, runway 11 cleared to land.
So what's that about, Claire? Is that for X-Plane you're talking about? Yeah, I don't know if P3D or any of those use Lua as well, so.
Air 454 Tango Alpha, standby. And who is the one checked in?
It's time to switch the fuel tanks.
Bridge 108 Tango X-ray, circle approach, Palm Springs, altimeter 2973.
Oh, okay. Fuel tank switched.
Air 454 Tango Alpha. Sig, you said you were needing to practice maneuvers, different kinds of maneuvers, and what was your question exactly?
Wait. I think
Roger.
we're going straight ahead that way, right?
Number 665, contact SoCal departure.
There's a turn up there. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta check this out. So, problem is I don't know what my progress is. Got like a turn there, down there. We might be seeing one of these. Do you want to follow these? So, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go straight ahead. This is like a teaser. It's like, yeah, follow me into a brick wall. Go ahead, I dare you. Come on.
There's 7380 Nice ground. I did give you a taxi, but I didn't get a read back there. So, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Oh, let me look forward. Hold on a second. I'm starting to read the.
7382
Holy cow!
Sierra,
I'm
that is
starting
your
to
call
read
sign. You're gonna need to
the
disconnect
form there,
and
and look at
reconnect
this. I
because
got a
you're
wall
actually
right in front of
connected to
me.
the network.
We'll
It's
actually clear that, but not by
7380.
much.
You're 26665. Climb maintain 6000.
Watch this radar altimeter here. Watch what this thing does. Yeah, nice little tree there.
You're 28665.
Oh yeah. Okay, we don't want to follow that. And we better turn a little bit to the right. I'm cutting a little tight.
Stairs 347 Charlie Delta. Release for departure. Clearance would if not off by 2357. Time now 2347 and 3/4 frequency change approved.
So this would be like, yeah, zoom level 19, ortho, like zoom level 19 and ultra high mesh. And of course that would be the ultimate experience. This is already pretty damn cool. Knife and Indian, you gotta admit now that other stuff that you were worried about when we got lost, this seems like nothing. Okay, so we're still heading southerly. Oh, wait a minute. What's that going on up there?
You're 5 Romeo Delta. Do you want the approach from a specific fix or vectors the final approach course?
I don't want to end up over there. That's, ah, shit, where do we go?
5 Romeo Delta, roger.
We are heading southerly, and then that.
4.7, and you can expect that from them.
I think we're still going to the right.
Romeo for 3.6 Las Vegas, clearance call request, standby.
Worst thing that'll happen is we'll just turn around. You see, I think I went the wrong way though, because at no point should I be heading westerly. Okay, agreed. So, like, there's no turns in here. Like, this kind of goes north at this point, but nothing that would turn us to the southwest. So I got to turn around and go back. I have to go back up that way.
You're 5 Romeo Delta.
So we're gonna make a right, because that's where the lower terrain is. If we have to, we'll just climb. But
at or above 4,000.
it was kind of fun trying
Cleared. VOR. Runway 26 approach.
to maintain. I think I might have to do that. We have some energy to spare.
Your 5 Romeo Delta, it's a right turn direct Cougar. And it's at or above 4,000.
Oh yeah.
Your 26913, taxi to parking via Delta or Bravo to Millionaire, your choice. Have a great evening.
There we go.
Pleasure. Grumman 665, turn left direct Oceanside.
Alright. Hopefully this is where we're supposed to be going.
There is 10 Tango X-ray contact Los Angeles Center 126.35. Duke 73 Kilo contact Joshua Bridge 126.1.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back up that way. I think. I don't know, let's see.
10 Tango X-ray Los Angeles Center 20.
For sure, bro, fire. Absolutely.
If I can find that for you. It's not coming up actually, but I'll have to get that. And 29.
Let's get back in the canyon.
Appears to be about short 12 o'clock and 20 miles reporting today. Narrate Tango X-ray 29 volts altimeter 2989er. Number 187th Kilo Joshua approach, Palm Del altimeter 29901.
Hey, Max, what's going on, man? Thanks for the host.
Number 347 Charlie Delta, SoCal approach confirms smoking altitude.
Let me re-engage this, and then let's put that about there. We'll confirm that we're going the right
Delta,
way.
thank you, Squawks down that correction. I don't.
Oops, with that,
radar
we'll
contact
put
4
you
miles
on.
east to Santa Catalina VOR, call maintain 5,000.
Okay, we don't want to bleed off all that energy. Okay, so let's see how we're doing.
There's 7382 Sierra, Van Nuys Tower, right down departure approved. Wind 110 at 11, runway 16 right, click takeoff.
It's about there. So we're heading 330, and we're going to end up turning like that way, I think. Ugh. See, I feel like we're going back the other way, right? Because this, if you follow this going that way, that's 330. And so coming back up this way, that's 330. Shit, I think we're still going the wrong way. We're going to like turn around and end up going about 030. These squirrel nuts. What's going on, man? Thanks for the follow. That's cool, Cirrus. Thanks, man.
Just to confirm
Max.
this is IFR, correct?
No problem. So I think we got to turn around.
Are we
What do you
off
guys
with
think?
601? The altitude you had it filed is 4,000. However, that's going to be low for both minimum effect terrain and the MEAs along the route. The lowest I can give you is 11,000. Would you like that or higher?
You know, there was I think a Yankee baseball player that tried tight turns in a canyon,
Romeo off with 3
but it was of buildings
Canyon Airport.
in New York City.
Cowboy 6 departure.
Max, you're probably familiar with that one.
To Cowboy.
In fact, wasn't it in a Cirrus?
Peach Springs. Canyon. Direct.
Guy tried to stay below the VFR corridor
125.9er.
and tried to turn around. It didn't have the turn radius and smashed into an apartment building, right? A few years back. Alright, so we're going to try this again. Corey Idle. There you go. Man, wow, crazy, huh? Perfect example of just call ATC. Tell them that you have to climb for terrain. Obstacle
Departure full Quebec, thank you. Contact Downwind Tower
Get some help.
119.9er. 07 Charlie Delta, contact SimCoder approach 128.1.
Alright, we're gonna follow. We're gonna follow this river right up there.
Community 10 Tango X-ray, radar service terminates, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
See how that goes.
Cherokee 3744 Quebec, Downwind Tower,
Yeah,
left downwind runway
that's
20
terrible.
left, cleared to land, wind 2108.
Was that a Cirrus or a Lancer? I can't remember. I thought it was like one of those, you know, slippery airplanes. Might be wrong on both accounts though.
You're 225 Romeo Delta, you're on the
I'm waiting for Geneva to come by and say, 610 Bravo, you look lost.
65 Romeo Delta, contact Carenado Tower 128.2.
Yeah, we're lost.
You're
We'll gain
73
some
Kilo
altitude.
Montgomery Airport, roughly 11 o'clock and 9
Get a little bit of a better view from 6,500, let's say.
You know, 1873 Kilo, I think I said Montgomery. Mojave Airport is at your 11 o'clock and 8 miles now. Report in sight. You're 73 Kilo, roger. Radar services are terminated. Squawk VFR, contact Mojave Tower 127.6. G'day.
Operating map, current mixture setting.
Lexi 225 Romeo Delta, Carenado Tower 1, runway 26, clear to land.
Maybe just make it a little bit more rich. Alright, Max, have a good night, man. Thanks again for the host. You gonna be on later flying, or what are you doing?
Air 1873 Kilo, Mojave Tower, and our left base, runway 26, clear to land. Wind 190 at 16, gust 22.
So if we have to... Alright, cool. Yeah, so maybe I'll see you on later. We have to, we'll call ATC, but the other thing we can do too is we're high enough probably that we can dial in the Canyon VOR, but let's just see if we can make one last effort to sort of reorient ourselves. Just gonna sort of trim us out, stabilize our power. Let's have a look out the window this way. Got a little river action to follow. And our current heading is 150. So we're heading easterly. The main thing we want to keep doing is progressing easterly, whether it's northeast or southeast. And it's just so cool to look at. It's amazing what water does. Just chewing through this over how many years? Okay. Feeling a little bit better about where we're going now. I don't know about you guys. Cool. So let's see. I wonder if we're on the right track. So what I was trying to do is basically reorient ourselves, follow our river back up this way. And we might not even be in this area anymore.
Contact circle the bridge 12.1.
We should be going like northwest and northeast, sort of alternating. So right now we're going kind of like going a little easterly right now. I'm this close to tuning in that VOR frequency.
Downwind altimeter 2982.
If this river comes up to a dead end, we're just going to dial in that VOR frequency.
Taking the cross line. So 738 Sierra, squawk 2071 on it.
Get back down to 6500. Looks like the river's going to curve to the left.
820 affirmative.
Right, river's down there.
You're 820 radar contact 7
There it is,
miles
curving
north
to
of
the
Van
left.
Nuys VOR for
Should take us
altimeter
northeast.
2983. Traffic at your 1 to 2 o'clock, 3.5 miles opposite direction. Altitude indicates 5,300, type unknown.
So, looking good so far. The river's not just disappearing on us into some hillside. For all we know, we might have even flown by the airport
7
already.
Charlie Delta, contact circle the bridge
I don't think so.
119.6. Sears 347 to the Delta, circle the bridge, all around altimeter 2984.
Hey Chevy, what's happening? Welcome back. You missed it before. I was spinning circles in the canyon, trying to figure out if I was going the right way or the wrong way. It was pretty interesting. Had to climb out a little bit. I'm going to mute this for a second so we can take this phone call. Stand by. So let's say we're going north. The river is below us, right? There it is. So we're on the right track. So I say. So I feel. That's cool shit. Well, that should be a canyon soon, so I don't know if you're gonna stick around until then. But I'll gladly throw you the host after this is done. Alright, so we're heading to the north. We're roughly like north-northeast. We're going to go north-northwest. And that's pretty much what we were seeing here. So we're like switching back and forth, back and forth. And we're going to kind of just cruise around this way. These are all like really short legs, like, 6 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles. We're just kind of following it around. And then right to the airport. So we're not terribly far from the airport. Foxtrot, how much disk space is my scenery taking? I right now have tiled the entire southwest United States PilotEdge coverage area up to like solidly up to Salt Lake City. And straight across San Francisco and straight down to the Mexico border. So like west of Texas. And then I have the northeast covered from Maine.
Number 665, confirm you have John Wayne weather approach request.
Down to North Carolina, I think. And then east out to Pennsylvania. So that is taking up.
For 7 Charlie Delta, confirm you have Lindbergh weather approach request.
That is taking up. Hold on 1 sec. Lost here. Oh, look at that terrain. That
For 7 Charlie Delta needs to be
right.
Yankee. Expect vectors on nav runway 27 approach.
I'm getting daring to go back down to 4,500 while we're talking. We just trim out a nice little descent going here. Relatively stabilized. So let's check it out. Let's have a look at here. I'm using 1.8 terabytes of scenery on that drive. You can do if you're flying like PilotEdge, if you wanted to tile the PilotEdge area, you can do it in under a terabyte. And zoom level 17, most of it.
07 Charlie Delta traffic, 10 to 11.
I routinely flew with the heart of PilotEdge 5. Sorry, I think I misspoke. Yeah, under a terabyte. It was like 500 gigabytes. Each 1 square degree at zoom level 17 is about 7.3 gigabytes. Now this is X-Plane, Dirty Ratchet, cool name. Yeah, this is X-Plane. X-Plane 10.45. Triply 123, thanks for calling, buddy. Okay, so now we're making our turn through north. So there's some good videos on YouTube that explain, you know, flying flight simulators. I would look into that, like just, you know, how to fly on maybe X-plane, how to fly on P3D.
I can
there's
see
a
if I
user
can
named
coordinate
Cat
opposite
Strader.
direction, approach there.
Instead of
going
Castrator,
to
it's
left.
Cat Strader.
But usually people ask
And
that
he has
because
a
of the
YouTube channel. He has a pretty
ATIS on the
cool
simulators
video
don't
called
always
Welcome to
accurate
X-Plane.
to what we're running. So
And if you watch
just let me know
that,
if
it
you'd
gives
like
like a
to do
lot of
that or if that was a
introductory stuff
special request.
on how to get started in the sim, how to set up the sim, and basically how to fly it. So it's a nice tutorial getting started. I would recommend you just start with a, you know, a basic general aviation airplane.
RNAV approach runway 20, right?
Like this simulator X-plane allows you, by default it's set up so that you are engines running on the runway, and that's the best thing you can do. Just start up on the runway, engines running, and just fly around the traffic pattern, just have some fun, don't worry about crashing, kind of just get used to the feel of it, and then just start watching videos. You know, of course reading books helps too, but the videos are kind of like a nice quick get started guides. If anybody wants to post a link to any video that they have a favorite of as far as helping people get started, then feel free, as long as it's related to that topic. Wow, that looks really cool straight ahead. Nag, we're doing some hand flying, by the way, if you noticed. So I got it pretty well trimmed out. I have my hands off the controls right now. And what I did was I programmed in, of course, my pitch trim, and I also, left and right, I programmed in my aileron trim, so that way, when my fuel tanks become imbalanced, it's easy to help trim that out. Otherwise, the airplane will roll. So we are going to make a left here, and we're heading easterly. So 4,500, it's got to be, again, 6,500 would have had us clear that. I mean, I'm an X-plane fan. I've been using X-plane for years. I don't fly P3D. You know, yeah, X-plane definitely has much better flight physics. It feels more realistic. It is currently, I would say, a sim of the future as far as its ability to grow, and it's much less expensive to get it going with, you know, basic add-ons and aircraft. For 200, like what you're looking at here, this airplane, the sim software, and the ability to make these textures, it's a fairly automated process once you get it going, is under $200. That's for the software. Dirty Rash, thanks for the follow. When you say, Nagy, P3D has better systems, just give me a little more on that. Okay. So, if you look at, this is kind of what I try to always get across people. Think of X-plane and P3D as the operating system. Right? That's your operating system. That's the simulator itself. And every operating system comes with some basic tools. Comes with its own web browser. Comes with maybe like a text editor that's really basic, a calculator, you know, software, you know, like really basic like that, right? And a few other tools, and then, you know, it has certain things that it does better, right? So you got like your Mac OS and your Windows operating system. But then, do you stick with text, you know, simple text or, you know, text edit software to actually like write a letter and print something out, or do you go out and buy something like Microsoft Word or a true word processing program, or, you know, better software to do that? So those are your airplanes. So the simulator is sort of like your operating system, and then your add-ons are the dedicated, you get these companies that are dedicated to writing their own simulations within the simulator. Okay? So right now, just like years ago, and to some extent still true, you have the Windows platform has always had more software options than the Mac OS because there's a lot more users on it. And that was pretty much the same way for some of the add-on manufacturers as far as aircraft. So some of the in-depth aircraft manufacturers for sim software is currently still deep into P3D, but we just saw PMDG finally release their first product for X-Plane with a supposed commitment to start transferring over their other airplanes over to X-Plane as well. So this is a Carenado airplane, and I would bet that if you flew a Carenado airplane in P3D or FSX, whichever one it's actually available for, and the same one in X-Plane, if they've devoted the same amount of energy and resources to exploit the capabilities of that operating system, you'd find that on X-Plane it would fly better for the most part every time. If that makes sense. Anyway, that's kind of the way I look at it. Sorry, I wasn't
7
really
Charlie
following
Delta,
that
turn
chat,
left heading
just sort of
090
seeing where we
vector,
are.
approach contact SoCal approach
Alright, so we're flying east.
124.35.
I'm going to look at our chart in a minute. I just want to sort of give us stabilized.
Number 7 Charlie Delta, negative is 090 and contact SoCal approach.
Yeah, good point, Ridiculous. Download the free demo of X-Plane. Play around with that. Keep in mind that, you're going to be playing around with like a simple text editor, basically. You're going to have basic airplanes, basic scenery.
0347 Charlie Delta,
With the demo.
approach number altimeter 2985.
We're not following that correct. Shut up. I guess when I said something about scenery, I thought I said, hey Siri. There's my dog barking at somebody coming to the house. We got some military aircraft cruising along up here. Going to point us that way. We're going to have a quick look out here. So we're kind of like going this easterly route. I'm hoping that we're going to suddenly turn and go pretty much like southwesterly through the canyon. If that doesn't happen soon, I'm just going to turn into VOR to see where it's at. Saytech, yeah, you're talking about the 3D trees over the photo scenery? Yeah, they do look a little odd sometimes, for sure. I keep mine set to sparse. Man, that is some freaky looking terrain, huh? Like these up here, right? The way they just shoot up there. You got one up there. Kind of does it over here. Let's see what we got going on here. Have a river below us anymore? Man, look at how steep those walls are. Yeah, no river that way. But it is over that way. Imagine if we were down there, we'd be dead. The power this aircraft has. Alright, I think it's going to turn to the right and start heading south. Yeah. You know, another thing too, I don't know what they're going to do with the weather in X-Plane 11, but X-Plane 11 is, itself is looking really nice where they're going with that too. But that's not going to be for a while. The river ain't going that way. Let's slip this thing, have a look. Yeah, it's going that way. So, let's see which way we're facing. Still easterly. I just don't see an area in this terrain where we might end up going south. So I'm just gonna check out that VOR frequency canyon. I'm interested to see what the result is. Unless it's over here. Think you should wait until this corner? Yeah, I think so.
28665, you're 5x5. I haven't lost you, it's just dead on the scope. I only got 3 people now.
Poor guy's like. I'm still with you guys? It's actually a really good question, though.
Here's 665, turn right.
A good
heading
clue of
070.
lost communications. It's just too damn quiet. In real life. River? Okay. Alright. What is this red thing in there?
From me off at 3% of 1, low space departure, radar contact. Climb maintain flight level 190. There's 7 Charlie Delta, turn right heading 180.
Hoping to see the river going to the right.
There is 665, turn off miles from Bonky, turn right heading 170,
Come on, water, be down there.
3000 to establish final approach course cleared on affirming 20 Redford.
I don't think so. That's that way. Shit. Alright, we're gonna have to call. Not call, we're gonna have to first tune, and then we'll call if needed.
There is 665, it's 170 to join. There's 7 Charlie Delta, negative.
Alright, we're about to switch fuel tanks. I'm just going to do it now. Less than 30 seconds to go, and I'm really willing to the right anyway. Let's go ahead and reset the timer.
There's 347 Charlie Delta, this one is for you. 3 miles from Vida. Turn right heading 240.
I keep thinking, hey, there's the turn. It's got to be going that way.
Approach course cleared on affirming 27 approach.
You guys getting dizzy yet?
There's 7 Charlie Delta, you're right first time, it's 4,000 till established.
wonder how many miles DME we are from Canyon. Let's go ahead and check it out. So Canyon VOR is on 113.1.
Airport 3 X-ray Sierra, Norfolk departure, ready for contact.
Look at that, it's to our right. How many miles? 34 miles off to our right. So, we didn't pass it. That's a good sign. I think we were on the right track. It's just, you know, when you feel like a little lost, you're not sure, and then everything just feels so much slower. It's basically the case.
Airport 3 X-ray Sierra.
It's like there's, no matter what clouds you're using in X-plane, there's so much room for improvement.
Airport 3 X-ray Sierra, I don't believe you're on any altitude or heading
elevation of
restrictions,
Grand
but
Canyon is
visual navigation and appropriate
6,600.
altitudes.
I'll tell you, this trip definitely tested the fuel limits of this airplane. Now that we know we're on the right track, we could enjoy some slaloming down low for a little bit. Too low. Yeah, this is Google. Bing is like way overexposed. Say that. We still have VOR. See, I think this is like a limitation of X-plane too. We shouldn't be getting a signal out of Canyon, Grand Canyon VOR right now. I mean, those are line of sight transmitters, and we're like way below. Unless it's on top of one of those mountains up there, but.
Air 7 Charlie Delta, contact Limber Tower 118.3. Grumman 665, contact Downwind Tower 126.8.
Let's make sure we're picking up the right VOR. Yep. Sounds good.
Say the call sign again. Number 43 X-ray.
Dirty Ratchet's
Sierra,
Cat
Roger.
Strater.
Nearest airport to your position. Looks like Center
STRATOR.
Maria's off. You're about your
Cat
9
Strater.
o'clock and 9 miles.
He streams on here on Friday nights. He's been doing pretty consistent on Friday evenings, like late afternoon and into the evening. So that's a fun
North 3
channel.
X-ray Sierra, roger. Suggested heading for Santa Maria is 110. And when able, say souls on board and remaining minutes and remaining fuel and minutes.
Jay Gross, what's going on? How are you tonight? Enjoying a nice flight through the Grand Canyon. See, this is that big turnaround toward the south that I was originally holding out for. Exterminator, you're on your way to the Grand Canyon with the 737. Yeah, cool. You know, it's a really good plane to buzz around here. Jack's FlyJ Sim 732. Holy shit. Satek, you've been in on those flights. We've done a bunch of formation flights through the canyon in the 732. It's a lot of fun.
Romeo Alpha 3 Piston 1, Los Angeles Center, good evening.
Huff Daddy, how's it going? What's the alphabet challenge? When I land, I'll definitely give you more on that. It's basically a series of flights whose 3-letter identifier, like Apple Valley is the first one, takes you to Bakersfield. So it's APV to BFL. And from Bakersfield to Camarillo, which was CMA, I believe. And then from Camarillo to El Monte. No, something with D, obviously. So yeah, it kind of follows that whole, progress of airports. It's a total of 5,000 something miles of flying, all in the PilotEdge area, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm finally getting flight number 6 in because it's such a long one, and I wanted to do it. You can do it in any airplane you want, with any equipment you want. You can do VFR, IFR, whatever you choose. You could
3820
alternate. I've been doing it VFR and Bonanza.
2981. There's 3X are you able to contact Santa Maria Tower, or do you need to remain this frequency?
Oh, wow, we're pretty low. See, this is where, like, if we run into a dead end, I'm dead, because I just can't climb. Don't have the climb power to.
Aircraft, his call sign is 3X.
Yeah, we still have the VOR.
Here, 43X Sierra, are you able to switch frequencies to Santa Maria Tower, or do you need to remain?
Let's see how low this river goes.
Or 3X Sierra, contact Santa Maria Tower 18.3.
Look at that. So we're down to about 2,000. Those tops are somewhere around 5,000 or 6,000.
Romeo Alpha 34601, would you do like direct canyon? Romeo Alpha 34601, no worries. And signifies discretion and maintain 1000.
That's pretty fast, Wayne. I guess that's a slight violation of VFARs. Better get that RPM. Terminator, as far as the power setting goes, just make sure that they'll tell you don't over square your map and your RPM. So I think it's RPM they'll say. So RPM is revolutions per minute. Map is manifold air pressure, which is this side over here. So what that basically means is, like, see how I'm at 24 inches on the manifold air pressure on the left? I'm at 2,500 RPMs on the right. If I do this, and I go above 2,500, eventually I get a warning message saying, don't do that. There it is. You're operating the engine above the map RPM limits. So I could either put this up equal to or above. Okay. So now I'm at 2,700 RPMs and 25 inches, and then, I just pull it back a touch, and then eventually it will recognize that, and we'll get rid of that message. There it goes. And then typically, like when you're taking off, you're doing full manifold pressure and full RPMs. Uttermost grind. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for the follow. And then when you're in the climb, so it's like shifting gears in a car, right? Your high RPMs flat blade angle is going to be on the takeoff and also on final approach. So like 2,700 RPMs, props, what we call props full forward. And then full power. And then once you're established about 500 feet AGL, you just switch over to 25 squared, which is very common practice. I mean, there's other power setting and prop combinations you can do, but when in doubt, just square everything. So on the climb, 25 square to get 2,500 RPMs and 25 inches manifold pressure. And then once you level off at cruise, it's like shifting it into third gear. So you're doing 23 and 23 squared. And that will usually work pretty well for you. And then the POH that it comes with more sophisticated power settings for different weather conditions and so on that you can do if you choose to do that. So like I'm kind of in a climb, so I'm doing about 25 squared. Alright, so 20 miles from the VOR, it's off to our right. And we're going to just start heading there. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, so if you pull, like the mixture right now is kind of rich. You can see the exhaust gas temperature is pretty cool down over here. Alright, that's your exhaust gas temperature. So if I were to take my mixture knob and put it in even more, you'd see that would fall more, right? That makes it colder because you're not burning all the fuel, so as a result that fuel is acting as like a coolant. So when you start to pull that out, you're burning more of the fuel, it's getting hotter, and if you peak it, okay, do you see those planes pass underneath us? It's already giving me the warning now, hey, dummy, you're not setting it correctly. But if I kept it up and peaked it, that would be your best economy mixture, where you're like using the least amount of fuel, but you're going to run hot. So what you can do is you can peak it. If you go too far, it'll fall in the lean side of peak. That's what it just did now. So I'll re-peak it, and then I'll put it on the rich side of peak. Depending on the airplane. I mean, I was reading in the POH, it called for about 100 degrees rich side of peak. But sometimes that's not enough. So I got like 150. Alright, VOR is slightly to the left. I'm going to just keep climbing. 17 miles away. Let's put, oh, time zone. Yeah, I'm Eastern Daylight Time, correct, sir? Yes. Anyway, if you forget what I said, you can look up online. DMB Bird 48. How's it going, man? Thanks for the follow. You know, there's videos out there, and you can follow real life procedures. You can look up, you know, just type in leaning, you know, this particular airplane or other ones. You can learn from that. Let's put in Canyon Tower's frequency in the standby, which is 1190. See flashing lights up ahead. So okay, you got a little flashing light. Those damn drones are just such a giveaway. Kind of hate that when that happens. But it coincides. Here's the VOR needle pointing right at the RMI. NAP1 source is pointing right at that direction. So. Yeah, Exterminator for sure. You know, I mean, a lot of us really enjoy that. It's great that with the Sims you can essentially play real-world pilot and learn a lot. You know, even if you never intend to do it in the real world, but then of course it ultimately helps you out if you choose to take flight lessons. You already have some basic understanding, so. So when we get over the land, I think we're going to be under 3,000 feet AGL, which technically then 8,000 feet MSL is a legitimate altitude to fly VFR, because the hemispherical rule and VFR cruising altitudes don't begin until you're at least 3,000 feet AGL anyway. So we'll see what this says over here. I just want to maintain this altitude because see the airport pretty well. Northeast accent, huh? It took a while for that to settle in. I don't have it full though, because I wasn't born in the Northeast. I mean, I was Northeast, I guess. More like Northern Midwest. Now look at that. Look at that. They turned the lights on for me. Isn't that beautiful? They must love me over at Grand Canyon Airport, even though I never go there. I've never flown a flight like this in GA, or actually this long. And, on one single flight.
820, radar services terminates 434, frequency change.
Let's have a look. Is there display?
North 576 Tango Bravo, Canyon Tower, Christian Canyon Airport, 12 o'clock, 8 miles, reporting flight.
Visual approach runway 21, in use. Departing runway 21. Read back all runway assigned.
Romeo Alpha 346 Center 1. You looking for?
She was telling me to report the airport site, right? I thought she was talking about traffic for a minute.
You have X-ray.
Right pattern for runway 21.
0 miles, reporting flight. Going to maintain 9,000.
Line 180 at 5.
Right.
Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1 to 1,000.
576 Tank Bravo, Canyon Airport, 12 o'clock,
Check density
7
altitude.
miles, reporting site.
2.6.
Airport in sight,
Altimeter
576 Tango Bravo.
3025. Visual approach runway 21, in use.
Departing
runway
Bravo,
21.
services terminated.
Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have X-ray. Canyon Tower information X-ray. 2354 Zulu. Line 180 at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1 to 1,000. Temperature to 7. Check density altitude.
Everything's coming together at once. I got a call, I got a fuel timer, I got change to VFR.
Departing runway 21.
Switch frequency.
Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions.
Echo uniform with you
Advise on initial contact you have X-ray.
to the active
Canyon Tower is
November 30 Echo uniform Ontario ground runway 26 left, taxi via Papa Sierra Whiskey.
I'm just gonna sort of turn around here. I'm kind of in their
Roger, we'll
airspace,
taxi
really.
to 26 left via Papa Sierra Whiskey.
And the one other aircraft calling in there, say again?
It was 268 kilo short, 29er with Alpha. We got the number.
268 kilo, Roger. You can contact the tower.
Later.
Canyon Tower, it's 576 Tango Bravo. We're about 4 miles to the northwest of you, just in a left 360, staying clear of you. VFR inbound.
Number 576 Tango Bravo, Canyon Tower, good evening, and a right base runway 21.
Right base, runway 21, 576 Tango Bravo.
Canyon altimeter 30.
So we're having one last look at the canyon before proceeding on to our right base into runway 21.
San Luis, number 268 kilo short, 29er with Papa, ready to get.
I believe.
Man, look at that road, huh?
Southwest.
That would be cool to drive that rim.
Left downwind departure approved, runway 29er clear for takeoff.
Left downwind departure, 29 clear to go, thanks, 268 kilo.
Steep turns.
Cruise number 3, X-ray Sierra, ready to go, runway 30.
43 X-ray Sierra, San Bernardino Tower, runway 30 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 0, number 43 X-ray Sierra.
Runway Alpha 34.
This would be interesting because I'm going to pull up. I'm going to try and pull up the
altimeter 3025
information that goes into claiming credit for the Alphabet Challenge flight. So we'll see the straight line path that they have versus what we actually flew if it registers right away. Okay, so we're now like a right base.
Number 576 Tango Bravo, cancel landing clearance. Remain outside the pattern for now. I have a 737 inbound. I'll point him out as he gets a little bit closer and I'll get you to follow him.
Roger, will remain outside. We're just going to continue these 360s until then. 576 Tango Bravo.
576 Tango Bravo, Roger.
We'll kind of fly out over the rim a little more. Oh, I see some flashing lights up there, but I don't think that's 737.
Number 43 X-ray Sierra, you can make a left downwind departure, contact Santa Barbara departure 120.55.
So I had the most experience in my Photoshop recently. You guys talking about Photoshop in playing around with my livery. Greg helped me out, got me started, but then I went pretty nuts. Made pretty good use of the pen tool, clearing up my lines, so that now that they're smooth and sexy and following each other real nice. Look at that nice and parallel there. I mean, they're not perfect. If I spent more time on it, I probably could get it perfect, but it's a nice big improvement. No more jaggies. I might delve into some aircraft painting soon enough. So, plus now that I have the whole set of layers for this aircraft, I can then start playing around with different colors and I can alternate different colors and all that stuff. It's like, damn, look at that view.
Kilo, you want somebody departure?
Number 268 Kilo, frequency change is approved.
See you later, thanks for serving.
Nice, gentle panoramic turn.
Number 576 Tango Bravo, you can enter the right base for runway 21 whenever you're ready there.
Right base for runway 21 for 6 Tango Bravo?
6 Tango Bravo, A firm.
Roger, right base for runway 21, and that was clear to land for 6 Tango Bravo, correct?
6 Tango Bravo, not clear to land yet. 1737 still inbound. He's on an extended downwind, should reach your inch shortly.
Okay, no problem. So, clear for the approach, not to land 576 Tango Bravo. Oh, there he is. And 576 Tango Bravo does have the traffic in sight.
576 Tango Bravo, Raji, follow him, caution wake turbulence.
Yeah, my shoulder's killing me. Alright, we'll hold right around 105. That is my best glide speed.
Alpha 34691, just check greens.
On the Alpha 346 under 1 wind check, 180 at 5.
After 34691, okay.
Oh, that's cool, Val, dudes. Looking forward when you get into streaming some again to see that broadcasted. That'd be really cool. I actually just did photo all the way up to Washington. I did the whole coastline there, and now I'm working my way back down. Tech, you're doing like zoom level 18, right?
Ontario
the whole
Tower,
tile.
Aaron 303 Echo Uniform is at 26 left for departure.
Number 303 Echo Uniform, Ontario Tower, good evening, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, wind 240 at 9.
Roger, clear for takeoff.
Oh, awesome, man. What time of day do you usually do that? What time
On
zone
the
are
Alpha
you in?
346 918, left when able to taxi to parking via Papa this
You're West Coast, right?
Exit left and via Papa to parking with 0 Alpha 34691.
Okay, gears coming down.
November 576 Tango Bravo, Canyon Tower, runway 21, clear to land, wind 180 at 5.
Clear to land, runway 21, 576 Tango Bravo. Ooh, we're a little slow. Okay, props full forward, make sure full rich, fuelist, fuel tank. That was fullest fuel tank, not fuelist, fuel tank. One notch of flaps. Actually, I probably shouldn't have gone full rich since I am.
Number 303 Echo Uniform.
Look at this
radar
airplane
contact,
coming right
verify
by
altitude.
us.
Coming up to 2,000 feet right now.
303 Echo Uniform, thanks.
Okay, red over white, we're alright.
Number 303 Echo Uniform, contact SoCal departure, we'll see you.
Contact SoCal approach, thank you.
Looks like some drone traffic coming right at us. Or is that a helicopter? Let's bring this thing down to about 70. Let's go that out. Ooh, nice little stall action right there on touchdown. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're at Papa and Delta. Okay, Tower Bonanza 576 Tango cleared at Papa and Delta.
Number 576 Tango Bravo, roger, taxi to the ramp via Papa this frequency.
Ramp via Papa this frequency 576 Tango Bravo. Hey Val dudes, man, thanks for stopping and hanging in, bro. I hope you have a good evening. Looking forward to your stream on Friday if you get a chance to do it. And yeah, man, always good seeing you. Yeah, I'm going to just quickly see if I can log this on the Alphabet Challenge. So if anybody wants to see how that's done, it's pretty quick and simple. I'm just going to pull up over here. Just going to refresh my memory. If not, there's a bunch of streaming going on as well. So I'm going to host one of those guys. And okay, so let's go ahead and disconnect